You, it's me, Eminem. Large corporations are rarely brought up in the discussion of climate change. ExxonMobil, Shell, BP, and Chevron identified as among the highest emitting investor-owned companies since 1988. The fossil fuels continue to be extracted at the same rate over the next 28 years as they were between 1988 and 2017. Global average temperatures would be on course to rise by 4 degrees Celsius by the end of the century. This is likely to have catastrophic consequences, including substantial species extinction and global food scarcity risk. Animals and people would be forced to flee their homes, and many would die off. The earth would go from a place full of life and nature to a desolate wasteland. The effects of climate change would be unprecedented and devastating. Fortunately, there is a main solution that would help to prevent these events from transpiring. To combat climate change, large corporations require more environmental regulation. Corporate agencies are ultimately to blame as contributing the most to climate change. Just 100 companies have been the source of more than 70% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions since 1980. If they are mostly the source for an emission output, then we must use provisions to limit that output as much as possible. Furthermore, we can see that these regulations are successful in ensuring a reduced yield of emissions with few drawbacks. Environmental policies have had relatively small effects on economic outcomes such as employment, investment, trade, and productivity. At the same time, they have been effective at reducing emissions. By increasing these provisions substantially, we can further reduce the effects that these industries have on the environment. There is no age requirement to start caring about making a positive difference in the world. Visit transparency.org to join us in the fight against corruption, to allow for ordinary people to hold more influence over loosely regulated enterprises and pass more environmental laws to protect the future of life on Earth. Eminem out.